As your agency grows and your team expands, you hit a point where managing talent becomes your daily reality. Whether you're at 5, 20, or 50 plus employees, the challenge is always the same. How do you not just manage, but actually excel with leading your team? If you get this right, your people won't just perform better, they'll become the driving force behind your agency's growth. You see, effective people management is just key to scaling your agency and removing yourself from day-to-day operations. I'm Dylan Hay, and in this video, I'm going to take you through the ins and outs of what really works at my 7-figure marketing agency, Hey Digital. And if you don't know me already, I'm legit. I'm actually running an agency. I'm not some fake guru that's stuck at 10K a month trying to tell you how to do everything. In this one, I'm just going to get right into sharing some of the foundational principles and processes that have been game changers for us at my agency. These are the strategies that have helped us not just retain really great talent, but turn our team into a high performance engine, allowing me personally to focus on scaling the business instead of being bogged down by it like many of you watching this video will be. We're going to skip some of the high level BS that we might use in some other videos maybe to attract more viewers, and instead we're just going to get right into things. So if you're looking to elevate your team management to the next level and keep your talent thriving and loyal, this is one video you cannot afford to miss. I'm excited. Let's get into it. So the first step is OKRs. You need company-wide, team-wide, and individual OKRs at your agency. I'm going to hop onto my laptop now and show you a few examples of these. So I'll just give you a quick glance. We'll definitely have to blur some of this more sensitive information, but every quarter we set company, team-wide, and individual OKRs for everybody on the team. Myself and the leadership team, we use a Miro board to prepare this. And so what we'll do is we'll have company OKRs set. So they might be revenue, profit, churn rate, could be a whole host of things. And then off the back of these, each team lead, so our account management team, performance marketing team, design team, operations team, and sales team will go in, and team leads with the support of me, but team leads will do this themselves and then come to me. They will create department-wide OKRs. So it could look a little something like this. It could be to do with maintaining churn levels, customer outcomes, etc. And then for each individual on that team, the team lead will set individual OKRs, and these will have initiatives and key results alongside them as well. And we do this across all of the teams. And this is how we can assure that every single team and every single person in the company has clear overview of what's important in the next quarter and clear proof that the work they are doing is tied into the overall company-wide objectives as well. And step number 2 is having clear KPIs for every single individual on your team with daily and weekly standard actions. You can have each team member share a daily wrap up in a Slack channel. At the end of each week, they can share an overview video. There's a bunch of ways you can do this, and I will show you a few examples now. So what we do at Hey Digital, I've pulled this into a Google Doc just to show you without sharing anything sensitive, but we have shared Slack channels for these, like specific Slack channels. So one is a daily wrap up channel. Every single team member, they follow this process. So how did today go and why, using a traffic light system. We then collect this and track it in some trackers so we can view team sentiment, performance, other things like this. Key activities they worked on. Did they look after themselves today? Is their ClickUp, which is our project management, up to date? Have they responded to everything? What are they looking forward to tomorrow? This is really key. And then what we also do is at the end of each week, we have every team member record a Loom video. These are usually anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 or 4 minutes, where they share with the whole team what their most successful moments of the week were, any challenges that they faced, etc. And this is a really good way to make sure that team members are keeping everyone up to date and clear communication on what's going on. But the most important thing here is that you need to ensure that every person on your team has KPIs set for them with daily actions that are required and weekly actions that are required and expected. And these can come off the back of the OKRs that we have set already. So for example, if it's a salesperson, it might be a set number of outreaches every day, calls every day, whatever. And this is one way that you can start to step back from the day-to-day micromanagement of individuals. Okay, so step 3 is conducting quarterly reviews across the entire company. On these quarterly reviews, there's a bunch of questions that we ask. I can't show you all of them today, unfortunately, but to give you an overview, every quarter you should be conducting a review across your team. You want to find out to every individual what's important to them as well, on a personal level, on a professional level. Maybe they are trying to support their parents, building them a house. Maybe they have a specific financial goal they want to meet. Maybe they have a specific role they want to be in within the next 3, 6, 9 months, etc. When you're doing quarterly reviews or when someone new is joining the team, always find out this information as well. And then every quarter have their manager or your leadership team build out a growth path for every member of their team, so they know exactly what they need to achieve in order to either meet that next position, get that pay raise, or get to the point where they want to be at within their career. Now, going straight into step 4, this is really important as you begin to scale out your leadership team. I've talked about leadership team management, the importance of this in previous videos. This is something that has truly changed the trajectory of how things operate at Hey Digital and what took us from a few $100,000 a year up to multi-millions in revenue, and enables me to focus my time on what's actually important for the business rather than working in the business. But when you have your leadership team in place, you can't just say, hey, this is a leader, this is a manager, and then expect them to do everything themselves. They need smooth processes. I meet bi-weekly with my leadership team members on a one-to-one basis. At the beginning, we did this weekly, but we transitioned to bi-weekly because we felt that this was the best cadence for all of us. So you can decide on how you want to run this with yours. But ahead of every meeting in Slack, the day before the meeting, what they do, and I pulled this into a Google Doc so you don't see any sensitive information, but they fill in this. So what's on their mind, any updates they want to share, things they want to discuss on the call, things that went well in the week, any challenges, roadblocks, where we're up to on the team, OKRs, any team updates. So this is where they run through team member by team member, and then what the focus is for the next 2 weeks before our next call. To be honest, this is very thorough when they fill this out, and then they fill this out the day before the call. I then also add any agenda points that I have into Lattice, which is our team management, performance management tool. I've shared that in the tools video that I recorded and put on this channel previously. Going into any one-to-one call with the team lead, to be honest, the calls aren't always entirely necessary. Sometimes we skip them, but most of the time what we do is we'll discuss through any of the action items that were shared ahead, or once I've reviewed this information, I'll have some follow-ups or questions or anything like this for my team leads, and we'll run through those on our call. So you can see by filling this in, we have a much more productive meeting, and it's very easy for me to know where they're at, where the team is at, and for them to know what's going on. And they can then lead their own calls with me by bringing to the table what they want to discuss, what they need help on, what they need support on, etc. So this is something that I would really recommend. And we then have them follow this exact same process with all of their team members on their one-to-ones. And I believe our team leads do one-to-ones on a weekly basis with their team members. This process works extremely well. We've refined this process quite a lot over the last few years, and this is what's working well for us. And then it's super easy for me or any of my other team leads to see and have a smooth understanding of everything that's going on across each of our teams. And then step 5, the final thing that I am going to recommend in this video is conducting bi-weekly leadership team meetings with your entire leadership team. Again, I'm going to share a template with you, but every 2 weeks, the whole leadership team comes together on a meeting. But ahead of that meeting, we filled in a document that is the same as this. So I will give any company updates, anything that the team needs to know about. Then we'll actually have a section for talking points, and then anyone adds in anything they want to discuss. And then every team will write the good that's happened in the last 2 weeks, the not so good. They'll detail the team's OKRs and how they're performing alongside those. And then if they have any challenges that they want to discuss through with the team, they'll follow this template for sharing the problem. And what we do on the call is every team lead reads through this document the day before the team leadership call, and we will add any comments to the doc. We will brainstorm with each other if there are any issues. And then when we come onto the call, instead of just updating everyone, we've already done this asynchronously. And so we run through supporting each other with any decisions we need to make, any help that we need, or just any questions that we have for each other. So this is a really valuable part of our process for everyone on the leadership team, actually. And as well as this, we have a leadership team channel in Slack, where at the end of each week, the teams give team-wide updates so everyone knows what's going on. I really enjoyed this part of the process, actually. We introduced this about 9 months ago, and it's been super helpful for ensuring that our leadership and management team is much more cohesive and on the same page, and we're able to lead much better because of this. And there you have it. Those are just some core steps to effectively manage your team and lead them to excellence at a high-performing marketing agency, from setting clear OKRs and KPIs to conducting thoroughly quarterly reviews, maintaining consistent communication. These are some of the strategies that have kept Hey Digital at the top of our game. But remember, knowing these steps truly is just the beginning. Implementing them in a way that resonates with your team's unique dynamics and your specific needs is honestly where the real challenge lies. And that's where I would love to lend you a hand, actually. So if you're looking to scale your agency to 7 figures and beyond, whilst stepping back from the overwhelming day-to-day operations, I have just the thing for you. I would love for you to click that link in the description under the video, because I'm offering some exclusive one-to-one consulting to help a select few agency owners achieve the same level of freedom and success that I've enjoyed with Hey Digital. And this is something that I'm really enjoying doing at the moment with 4 or 5 other agency owners. So if you're curious about how I took Hey Digital successful from zero to a multi-million-dollar agency, you can also check out this video right here. This is packed with insights, experiences, and I think you'll find it very helpful. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of agency growth and operations. Your support really does mean a lot and helps me to provide more content like this. I tried to switch up the style a little bit in this video from our recent ones and just go straight into some practical stuff, because I know that is what I would have liked to have been watching a year or 2 years ago when I was trying to build and scale Hey Digital. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.